in their career. So let's go to Carson Beck. And then we'll get to the Texas and also Ohio State media availability from today. Carson Beck is entering the NCAA portal. I guess I forgot about this. I thought he was gone, thought he was going to test the NFL. I don't think he played well.
He had declared for the draft.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I thought he was gone. I think he was. And then all of a sudden, and I saw what Graham Coffey, who covers Georgia, said in a response to this, that he said, you have no idea how much money's been thrown at him, and he would make more money perhaps next year in college than he would no matter where he's drafted into the NFL.
Well, what NFL team is going to pick a quarterback coming off elbow surgery? High.
Well,
especially
and
with the
one
way he
who
played.
prior to that wasn't even that great.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, overall, he had some moments, but he had just as many moments of bad interceptions and bad decision-making. When I watched him, at least, I don't think he had played his way into being in the discussion for top quarterback unless you're going just based on pure, let's take out the results and the actual, let's just go on skill set. He's got a foundation to work with, but I don't think anything about his play screamed top NFL draft pick this year. Absolutely not.
No, and again, he got hurt. He's at UCL surgery. So that's a huge, huge thing. And if he's not, here's the question. If he's not coming back to Georgia, and their quarterback situation is far from settled, right? With Gunnar Stockton and Ryan Pulissi, it makes you kind of wonder too. But again, the money being thrown around, and they don't have Gunnar Stockton might be the next Stetson Bennett. Ryan Pulissi might be really, really good. So if Kirby Smart says, okay, fine, go, and they want to wait it out, the rumors are Miami, Ohio State, Texas Tech. Which I was kind of surprised on Texas Tech, but
they really are going all in, aren't they?
Yeah, they really would be if they are. But I would bet dollars to donuts he's in orange and green next year and in South Beach. That's what I would say.
Yeah, it's surprising because he had declared, like y'all said, and obviously the injury probably threw things for a bit more of a loop than originally expected. It's not like this is the greatest draft class in the world, but I think that injury does matter quite a bit. So I think the other side of that is the money that you're talking about, and that's obviously being thrown about. And it seems like every time there's a big-time quarterback now, there's Miami at the front of the line. So if you want to blame anybody for maybe setting a market where college quarterbacks decide it's better to stay in school than go to the pros, blame Miami basically for that. It feels like anyways. They set the tone from the very beginning of the portal opening up and have continued to do so, and now look like they may very well do that again. If they got Carson Beck, I don't know. That didn't really strike a lot of fear. I'd be more worried about Cam Ward, honestly. That one, I was like, oh, wow. They get Carson Beck. He's a good quarterback, don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to be, fearing that the way that –
Does Cam Ward flip the ACC last year? He completely flipped it because nobody knew about SMU, but he doesn't go to FSU. That's part of their collapse, and they're the defending champions. He doesn't go anywhere else. So – does Carson Beck, if you're Clemson and Cade Klubnik coming back and adding portal players for the first time ever, does Carson Beck scare you like Cam Ward does? No, I don't think so.
No, probably not. But, he's definitely somebody that still deserves respect and is a good player. But, yeah, I don't think he's got, the Cam Ward kind of feel to him. But, he'd be a big-time player, will be, I guess, in the portal, and it'd just be a matter of how much you trust him coming back from that injury and being 100% healthy. He threw a lot of picks. He also threw a lot of touchdowns. So the guy's got skills, but we just saw him very up and down in some of the bigger moments, and that's just kind of what maybe gives you pause on this being the slam dunk that a Cam Ward seemed to be when you went and picked him up. But, yeah, Miami's looked at as the favorite based on the initial reports. Again, that's kind of become their thing. Go grab the big-name quarterback in the portal, so it won't be surprising at all if they do that. I guess there's other schools like Texas Tech, I guess, that that would be but interested as well. So, yeah, that's going to be fun to see how that goes. And maybe we're talking about him playing in the Big 12 next year. I don't know. But I'm excited to see where he lands and was definitely a bit surprised by today's news, not having paid much attention. I don't know if there was any scuttlebutt on the dogs boards or whatever. But, this was kind of surprising to see that come out today, given we'd all expected and assumed and heard him declare for the NFL draft.
Yeah, what Graham Coffey said, reports of Georgia's quarterback Carson Beck entering the portal. I'm not surprised. He has been offered some huge amounts of money to be 1-year rental for different schools. He didn't get into really who they were, but that's what he said when that story first popped earlier this afternoon.